All right, so here's my 300 Rally. So I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a good day. I have a 30-inch inseam. That's bare feet. My bare feet is a 30-inch inseam. So whatever shoes I wear, that gives extra height right there. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna straddle the bike, and you see how much the bike sags, and my position, my seating position, and also how my feet is. So right now I'm just wearing street clothes. Well, actually I just tell you how much I weigh. Butt naked, I'm 135 pounds approximately. Sometimes a little, give or take a few pounds, depending on if I'm hydrated or not. So about 135 with street clothes on, which what I'm wearing right now, I probably weigh about 140, maybe a little bit over 140 with street clothes. And street clothes usually add at least 5 pounds. With riding gear, I'm probably about 160 with full riding gear, helmet and everything, helmet, boots, riding jacket, riding pants, and all that stuff. So anyway, so I'm in street clothes. So take that into consideration, because if I put on my riding gear, it would actually the bike would sag down a little bit more. All right. So here, just getting on. Now, these shoes I'm wearing are not very thick, so here I'm on my tiptoes. Basically, I'm just on my tiptoes on obviously street shoes. Tiptoes. If I get on one foot here, if I'm on the balls of my feet on my right foot, here I'm okay. Feels okay. Especially if I'm on the balls of my feet on my left foot, I feel fine. But if I kind of want to rest this left foot, I can't. I can actually feel the pressure of the seat pushing against my on my hamstring here. So I feel like I have to reach for that, so I can't do that. If I'm flat-footed on my right foot, look at this. Unless I reach down, then now I definitely feel like I'm reaching. Right? So you guys see that? So again, this is obviously I wouldn't ride a bike with street shoes on, but I just wanted to show you guys that. So let me go put on my a couple different riding boots, and we could compare the two, or the three, I should say. So now I got my my city SIDI city boots. I think these are like just cruiser boots, I believe. I got these on clearance somewhere for like $100 a few, maybe a dozen years, or about 10 years ago, I think. So that's so these are obviously a little bit thicker than street shoes. So let's see how they feel here. So still on my tippy toes, and here I scoot myself to the lowest point, all the way forward on the seat, on the saddle. So I'm still on my tippy toe, and and riding boots, they're a lot stiffer, so reaching down like this to tippy toe is even harder than say street shoes. So that's that. So let's go on one foot. So right now I'm on the balls of my feet, on my right foot, on my left foot here at the balls of the feet. It feels fine. Even right in the instep right here, it feels okay. At my heel, if I want to sit here and just relax, it feels okay. It actually feels all right. But again, my right foot is at the balls of the feet. So that right there is, it's kind of reaching. If I wanted to say relax that feet, meaning I'm not flat-footed. So now I'm flat-footing that foot right there. Here. So on the heel, because the heel is thicker, it's just about right. I can feel the pressure of the seat pushing on my thighs. So basically, I have to kind of push, reach down. On the instep, I definitely have to reach on the balls of the feet. It's okay. So I can relax like this if I'm relaxing. Let's say you're at a stoplight. I'd be like this. Basically doing the flamingo Captain Morgan. Right. So this feels okay with riding boots. And again, these are like cruiser boots, I think. So that's that. Back to the tippy toe. Actually, I feel more comfortable tippy toeing with the street shoes, just because it's more, there's no restriction in the ankle, so I could straighten my ankle even more. Whereas this one, when I'm trying to straighten the ankle, pointing the toes down, the boot's restricting me, and I'm not able to reach down as much. let's see, get this up to here so I can sit on here. So I'm sitting right at the lowest point on the saddle again. That's basically more or less what it looks like so. If I'm on my instep, I'm on the tippy toes, so that's a pretty sporty position. You know, I would never ride like this unless I'm in like some technical section. But then again, if I'm in some technical section, I would probably be, you know, standing up. Oops, standing up, like so, which actually feels okay for my height too. But otherwise, normally if I'm just riding down the highway, or riding something that's easy where, you know, it's not technical, I would be a little bit further back in the seat, like this. And my feet will probably be more relaxed too. You'll probably be at the, instead of at the toe, at the balls of the feet, I'll be at like at the instep. I'm just relaxing, cruising down the highway, for example. And I'll be like this. This is how I usually ride. Relax. If there's, you know, if there's nothing going on. Otherwise, if there's something going on, then, you know, I shift my feet to. Whoa. I shift my feet to my the balls of my my toe, to the balls of my feet. See, the bike keeps on wanting to lean over to the other side because the shock is so soft that it squats down. It squats down, and because its kickstand's down, it straightens up the bike, and also it starts to tip over to the other side. So anyways, yeah, so that's what it looks like. So my strap is right here where my two fingers are. So I will definitely be sitting on the strap. Yeah, my tailbone. Yeah, it's actually my tailbone might be even overhanging the strap, past the strap maybe. But anyways, so that's pretty standard right there. So, right, so here, put it like this. I still feel like, it feels like I still have to, you know, when I'm one footing, I still feel like I'm have to reaching for my either my peg, or I have to reach for the ground. If one side is relaxed, the other side is reaching. So basically, you know, my seat's basically the seat height. Anyways, considering my leg length, the seat height's a little bit tall. You know, seat height to peg distance is kind of tall for me. You know, if you have a longer inseam, you know, because I don't have a 30-inch inseam. If you have a 31 or 32 inseam, you'll probably be fine. But 30 inseam, it still feels like I'm reaching. All right, so that's again, that's like cruiser boots. Not sure how much thicker these are. These are probably maybe 1.5 inches, maybe. Whereas my street shoes, but then, you know, right here is thinner, right here is thicker. But they're still thicker than my street shoes. So let me put on my dirt bike shoes and see how that works. Okay, so I have my my Fox. I think this is Fox. Is this Fox? Yeah, Fox dirt bike boots. Man, they feel so weird. I haven't worn these boots in like 5 years. I think about 5 years ago, maybe longer, since I last had a dirt bike. So anyways, let's see how this fits. So the thing with these boots is that I can't point my toes down at all, right? So here's my leg relaxed, and here's me trying to point my toes straight down. That's it. So I figure as far as tippy toeing, oh my god, oh man, that's right there. It's difficult. Oh, shoot. So I can barely tippy toe here. I'm actually bouncing between the right foot and left foot because I can't get my feet pointing down any more than this. And I'm already sitting down here at the lowest part of the saddle. So yeah, so this is more difficult. So it's one-footed. So I'm flat on my I'm flat on my right foot now. Let's see. Okay, I'm flat on my right foot, and here on my heel it's okay, but I still feel like I'm reaching. And my instep, feel like I'm reaching. If I'm on the balls feels not too bad, but I can still feel the pressure from the seat pushing up. From the seat pushing up on the on my thigh here. So I still basically that seat height, the seat distance, they say seat to peg distance is still too high. It's too high for me, for my legs. Right, so as that goes. So if I get up on the balls of my feet on my right leg, because I can't, because these boots don't have much give, so I can't really move much. So it's not much of a difference. Here's okay. So I really, basically my legs doesn't feel relaxed. I want to be able to just relax my legs, and when I'm stopped, but I can't because the seat distance to the pegs is too much. Okay, let's this is on. See if I'm very technical or somewhat technical, then like so, like this feels okay. If I'm more relaxed and sit back a little bit, more like this, still feels fine. But these dirt boots, they don't have much give, so then see if I can get my toes underneath the shifter and then feel the shifter. Am I hitting it? Yeah, I think I am hitting it. Can't even feel it. Okay, so anyway, so that's how it is for someone that has a 30-inch inseam plus whatever the thickness of the boot. Funny thing is, people always go, "Oh, what's your height? What's your height?" Your height doesn't matter. What matters is how long your legs are. That's the important part. So people always ask me my height. I always tell them my inseam, but they always, "Oh, but what's your height? But what's your height?" It don't matter, dude. It's all about your inseam. So, anyways, that's that. Oh, jeez. Oh, boots are much. These dirt boots are much more clunky because they, you don't have any effects on them. So you see the results of the 3. So you've seen how I fit on this bike with the 30-inch inseam, and how I have to reach for the pegs or the ground either way when I'm one-footing it. So I don't like that. So my plans is to, some people, they would lower the bike, they would get some lower leg. That's a bad idea because that changes the geometry too much, and you lose that clearance when the bike bottoms out. You lose that clearance to clear out dirt and mud and gravel and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shave the seat down just a little bit, probably take off an inch or maybe even as much as 2 inches. Let's see how much I can get away with. So here's this seat, and if you look at the seat pan here, it curves down. So there's a certain amount right here where the foam is. So I could take away some foam. Obviously you got to leave some foam so you can still have some cushion. But the reality is that you don't need that much. A lot of people, this is a misconception, that when they're sitting on a seat, they're like, "Oh, the seat's a hard seat and my ass just can't take it. It hurts." Let me put some something softer on there. That actually makes it worse. The secret to a comfortable seat is not how soft it is. A firmer seat is actually more comfortable, but the trick and the secret is that the shape of the seat has to fit your butt. If the shape doesn't fit your butt, it's gonna be horrible. A great example of that is looking at bicycles, because I used to be a cyclist. And you look at bicycle seats, especially like the racing seats, it's just a piece of plastic and leather on top of it, and that's it. There's no padding. But if you get the right seat shape to match your butt, it's surprisingly comfortable. Whereas if you get a improper fitting seat, no matter even if it's really cushy, thick, your butt will be on fire after an hour. So that's the key right there. So it's not the softness or the firmness, it's the shape. And it's actually better to be firmer because the firmer ones, they maintain the shape. Whereas the softer ones, when you sit on it, whatever shape you had initially, it might be okay, but when you sit on it, all of a sudden that soft, if it was too soft, it distorts, and then all of a sudden the shape is not the same anymore. So that's why it hurts. Okay, so anyways, just eyeballing it. I can see. Let me follow my finger here. I'm gonna trace the shape of the pan here. So let's See if you guys could, actually, actually I can't see the pan from that angle. Let's flip this upside down so you guys could see, and I could see. So let's see, so starting right here, it's right there. And all of a sudden it has some space right here, some space, and a lot of space still, a lot of space. And about right here is when it starts to get thin again. So around starting at the Honda side, it starts to taper down again. So all in here I have, what's that, like 1.5 inches or so, 1.5 inches, about 2 inches now, 2 inches, 2 inches. Now it's getting thin again, 1.5 inches. So I think I could probably take off like 1 inch. I think if I leave, if this is 2 inches here, I think if I could take off 1 inch, that would be good. And, just leave myself like 1 inch of space left. So I'm gonna do that. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reshape this as well right here, especially the low spot. The low spot, I'm gonna shape this, make it even more curved, so that way it's easier for me to reach down. Because now when I'm one footing it, and when my leg was overhanging this, I can feel this angle. I can feel this pushing up on the back of my thigh. So I'm gonna curve it more, so that way my leg could reach over a little easier, more clearance, and I don't have to feel like where I have to reach for the pegs or reach for the ground. So shape it here, but on the back here, I'm gonna leave it pretty much flat, because when you're actually sitting, leave it mostly flat. Again, I'm gonna keep this probably as consistent as I can where I'm sitting right here, from here to here, at about 1 inch or so. So that's the plan on the seat. So I'm gonna do this. I was gonna, because in the past I've always bought it to an upholsterer, but I think this time I'm gonna do it myself. So this is a simple seat, and it's it's a dirt bike seat, so it's not as complex as other type of seats. All right, thanks for watching. So one more thing about the seat. So this is obviously the North American bike right here. So I believe in Thailand, where the bike is made, they actually have 2 seat options. They have this is what they call the tall seat option, and they have a lower seat option. So basically, I think the lower seat option is basically the same thing, but just less foam. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm gonna turn this high seat option into the low seat version. So from high seat or tall seat to low seat. But in Thailand they have that. They have it where the seat's actually thinner, and that's straight from Honda. So Honda doesn't offer that in the US, or I'm not sure they even offer a low seat. They might, but I don't want to pay the money for it. I'd rather just trim down this foam myself and call it good.